Good afternoon. Beautiful sunshine on my face. I'm at my magic table. It is just beautiful. I'm going to light a divine blessing incense for us to start. Let's ask Spirit to come in. I had a message earlier on that I kind of read, but I didn't read it in its completion. And then I had a conversation with the same person. And the conversation kind of went into a little bit of almost like a big therapy session, guidance lecture. And I've been lecturing all morning. And I was really hungry. And the thought of really sitting there and doing that, but I did it. And I knew that I needed to do it. I knew that I wasn't questioning anything. I just went with what I was feeling. And I went with the flow and I allowed it to happen. And it was lovely. It needed to be. Now, the person that I was discussing all of this with and what have you is somebody that I really hope will make a change in their lives. I know he certainly has had this profound effect on my life to make a change in my life. Now, alongside that is this sort of underlying situation that is not particularly pleasant. And I often try and avoid it at all costs. And when I read the message, I could see that that's where the sort of thread was going again. But whilst that would have been a real problem for me a year ago, 2 years ago, today it's not a problem. Today it's become, today it made me think and realize that, again, my time is done. Boundaries are set for a reason, and it's time to let go, to walk away, to just know it's done. And whilst I was doing that talk and what have you, I really did kind of put the whole thing into the same category as I would anybody else that came to me for some guidance. There was nothing more special about it, anything different about it. There was nothing that was really holding me down or making me feel better about myself. And I realized that actually the value of this situation is done. There is no value to it for my life. It's not going to add anything to include or increase my knowledge, my spiritual journey, my life in any way. It's just one of those things that I do as a natural course for myself. And I don't know why I'm talking like this to you, but I need to share it. I need to share it with someone. And hopefully whoever listens to this might also feel the same way about a certain situation and know what I'm talking about. So really it is about maintaining your course and feeling empowered enough to do so. And I talked to this person about the idea of climbing that mountain, of taking that first step. And it's about that change and really having the bravery and courage. And I thought to myself, well, I'm making another change. I'm transforming into a new chapter. And I still have to have the courage to keep going forward. Not hold on to what is, not hold on to what if, not hope that something will be different because it's not presenting like that. It is what it is. And it's serving me in a way that it needs to serve me. And hopefully from my love for opening my heart and being honest and truthful and authentic and being a guide in some way, when I channel and send out any information, if it helps anybody, just one little step, then I am blessed to be able to have given that message. I can't do it for them. I can't control anything. I just will now let that go. And I sat down at my magic table and I even had my cup of tea and I thought, I'm not going to stop. I'll drink this and share this with you guys, and I will tap in because yesterday I just never had the time. And today I felt like I really needed to get to my magic table and share that thought. It will maybe hit me a little bit later. I do feel a bit emotional. Suddenly it's come down, which is really quick, which is good. Getting over that really quickly is very important. But I picked up this book there where I had been writing notes at the weekend, and one of the notes that stands out to me, it says, true empowerment is not about being seen by other people, but by knowing your own worth. And the situation I found myself in earlier, being seen by that other person, or being seen as a person that can give good guidance, for example, or knows what she's talking about or whatever, is just the smallest part of it. And I was saying that to this person, you have to heal within. What you got to be the best version of yourself to be able to be that for other people. And that's what I must remember right now. I have to be this best version of myself to be for other people. And when I'm giving guidance, if I'm giving guidance and I can feel myself, well, I need to hear that guidance as well, then I am still healing. And it's a good thing. It's a reciprocal energy. It's something that has to be done. No one is perfect. No one is fully healed. Everyone is always learning. Every day you can learn something new. So I really believe that that's what was being presented to me as my lesson today. Knowing my own worth in it is when I read the rest of that message and saw the underlying scenario that I know is to come, that will cut this dead, that will cut this off. I thought, I am not going to allow, there's a boundary I've set. I'm not going to allow it to affect me, because it's my choice how I respond to it. It's my choice what I think about it. It's my choice whether I allow it into my energy or not. And if I want to let it go and just, that was the moment, 50 minutes of therapy, free therapy, of having a proper good chat about something, if it helps that person, the underlying message initially on the text, I will just let it go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. It's my choice whether it would mean anything, and it's my choice whether I need to overthink it. I don't. So that was where I was going with that, and I hope that's right, because then, of course, I get my little message from our calendar, and it says, knowledge always starts with interest, just as light always starts with fire. And on the back it says, constant dripping wears away the stone. So this constant dripping of something that is just not working, not changing, what have you, for me, is wearing away at my, what can I say? It's wearing away at that holding on to something that truly is not. It's wearing away, and it's not in a good way. I'm not viewing this as a bad thing. I'm viewing this as a good thing. And sometimes you do have to repeat things and go through cycles and repeat lessons a few times over, many times sometimes all through your life, sometimes once, sometimes 20 times, but eventually it changes. And that's, the change comes when there's that acceptance of it. And that was what I think I found out today again. And I've got to accept it. And once I do that, I think I can fully move on to my next chapter with a very open heart, and knowing that I gave my whole self in an honest, open way. And I can let that be my worth. So that's how I wanted to explain it to you, and I hope that helps you and guides you in some way. I was also called to get ourselves a Raise Your Vibration, a high vibe, to support our spiritual awakening. And on the table today we have our Quantum Oracle cards. We also have our Soul Helper cards, and we have our Sacred Traveler cards. I'm not sure what else is going to come or call to us, but we'll take it from there, as we say, as soon as we've finished with our cards. So let's see today what our guidance is. There's the sun, beautiful, a beautiful opening. Spirit will come in and give us our guidance. I'm going to ask straight away for our first high vibe message. Okay, it is vibe 42. It's shedding the weight of the world. So the world can be an intense place to be, With all the emotions, expectations, and even politics going on, sometimes it can feel impossible not to be weighed down by it all. Not to mention all of the expectation and pressure that placed on you personally. A lot of pressure can come with walking the spiritual path. People's opinions of you can change and their expectations. Sometimes there's an expectation that you'll find the answer to every problem. That is heavy. Not only that, but all the energies of your past and all the expectations of your parents, peers, and other people can weigh you down on a psychic level. The throat chakra governs the space around the shoulders and the neck, and this is where we carry the weight of the world, maybe expressed as bad posture or extremely tense shoulders. Whether you are experiencing physical constraints or not, there's a good chance that you are carrying psychic pain. In order for more primal life force to reach and activate the throat center, it's essential to clear all the weight, expectation, and pressure that are not yours to carry. So as an empath, when I'm doing my guidance and I'm going into, 50 minutes went. I don't know where it went. And often that's how I feel with my readings. 111 on the clock as I said that. The time just, where does it go? And it's because when you're channeling and you're in that flow of energy, it's coming in and it's being transmuted, it's being transferred to where it needs to land. So it is important to understand it's not, I don't carry that weight. I feel for you as an empath, but I don't have to carry the weight of your problem, story, whatever. And that's what I was trying to explain to this person I was talking to. You might be here to live a life of purpose, but you aren't responsible for the whole world. Taking too much responsibility actually blocks your path to purpose. So there's a good chance that up to now you didn't realize you had a choice. You may have empathically or compassionately felt helpless in certain situations. Try to alleviate the stress or pain of others by taking it on yourself. But you can choose to release this energy for good. Exactly. So that is my message for today. I can choose to release this energy for good. And I want to say for the good of myself, for the good of my happiness, for the good of my higher vibration, for the good of my soul journey. Well, I'm not sure whether Spirit agree with that. They've literally thrown the phone off the stand, but there we are. Vibe of the day. Thank you, universe, for clearing my energy, the psychic pain that is not mine to carry. Thank you for removing the old stories, narratives, blockages, expectations, judgments, projections, plans, fears, concerns, and limitations that are not mine to carry. I take the weight of the world off my shoulders. I free up the space around my neck, shoulders, and back. I am safe and free to express who I truly am, and so it is. And that's how I felt for 50 minutes. I am free to express who I truly am, authentic and open. And if you don't like what you hear, then switch it off. Don't listen. If you do like what you hear, perhaps it's going to help you in some way, which is my purpose, to help others in guidance. So that is how we have started our table today. So knowledge always starts with interest, just as light always starts with fire. And that's where I was going with this energy, this passionate energy. And it was this type of card that I was thinking of, this sort of fire, bright fire energy that is coming through right now. So that is beautiful. All right, so we can ask Spirit then, based on, today, the thought, what is coming for us? What can we have guidance with as we go along this journey? So in the situation we're in, you think of your situation, how can we have guidance? I have my situation. I know what that is. I'm getting guidance, I think, but it's always worth having an ask about it. So Spirit, if you could please give us guidance as to the situation we find ourselves in and how we can transform that. So let's ask, what is our guidance? Please, Spirit, right now. Oof, that energy just came down. So this is going to be a good one today. There we are. Happy success. So happy success. You are transforming it. You are transmuting that energy. Look, open up your arms, look up at the sun and say, I am happy. I am happy with the success that I feel right now. I felt so blessed to be able to say what I did for 50 minutes, feel really good about it, and it did not affect my heart center, did not affect my emotional. It was very much an emotion, open heart, conversation, but it was there as if I was giving to everybody as I do. I want to give. So happy success, that's very beautiful. Okay, a milestone. Spirit. It's a milestone, a big change. You know, when we take that one step forward, sometimes we feel we're not going forward, but actually when something like this takes place, it is a milestone. It is a change. It's that step, that one step up the mountain. That is beautiful. That looks like a wedding photo as well. So maybe there's an anniversary, a birthday, a happy success, a marriage. Beautiful. That milestone is a really special milestone. So really value it. I was saying that to this person I was talking to. You know, have that value of meeting me, talking to me, and I have the same value back, because that person has equally helped me, has equally, you know, no matter how much I can feel this pain here at the minute, it's not a pain, it's a pain of, yes, a strong emotion, a creative endeavor. So when we think about having happy success and a milestone, perhaps it is a creative endeavor that you are looking forward to doing. Maybe you've been quite creative with how you are approaching things. Present power, that balance, the strength of it, but it is in reverse. So I'm going to read that to us. Present power in reverse, consciousness. We've got consciousness and 2 events. So there's an event that could be a milestone event that is actually going to spark some sort of creative endeavor. Maybe you're the one that is literally going to be part of that event or doing this event in some way. And it's going to bring about happy success, or maybe because you've been gifted the opportunity to do this event, you have the feeling of this happy success. I mean, in my line of work, that's exactly what I've got at the moment. There's wonderful events that people want my students and myself to help with. And I had that on the weekend. We were at an event last night. We've got another one coming up. And it's very lovely to think that we're being recognized. But exactly what we were talking about when I said this true empowerment is not about being seen by other people, but knowing your own worth. Are you seeing yourself as this person that has got to this milestone, that you have got this creativity, this passion, this beauty, this situation? Because we've got present power in reverse. Loss of balance and even feelings of powerlessness. Perhaps a difficult issue with a person from your past has resurfaced. So this is me right now. So even though I have this happy success and I have this wonderful life, I have this situation with this difficulty that has resurfaced. And that is because at the moment this planet is in Mercury retrograde, and that's happening, and the energy is dictating this at the minute. It could be a minor annoyance or a major disruption, but it is disturbing your momentum, and it is disturbing to admit that. Of course, this person does get in my mind and in my daily thoughts. But I need to reclaim my power. And that's what I felt like after I'd had this 50-minute conversation. I drove away thinking I have reclaimed some sort of power, because I took it back to reclaiming my power as who I am. And, you know, my worth, that's what it is. So constant dripping wears away the stone. You know, that you can think of it as absolutely wearing away that hard surface, maybe that you were being, and now you have this new way of feeling, and it's bringing about this happier success and milestone. Or it could be that, you know, this sort of constant, I'll accept it, transmute it and change it. This is what I'm doing. As I've said to you with this twin flame journey, that's exactly what this feeling is. So take necessary action. Remember the power of choosing trust, optimism, and appreciation. So I've got, even though there was this underlying situation in the text, I didn't pick it up. I just was talking. And when I read it, I've seen it, but I'm not going to allow it to mess with me. I'm not going to allow myself to overthink it. I've accepted what I needed to accept right now. And then it is about bringing these energies to be here and now. You can finally heal the past, create happiness in the present, and forge an exciting new future you long for and deserve. How beautiful is that? So this happy success is right now. Right now, this is a milestone for you. This creative endeavor, I'll read it to you because it is an event, and it might give a little bit more insight. And it's a number 8, which is an interesting, infinity. Soul expression. Oh, so yeah, it could be a professional opportunity, of course, but it is also about set aside your doubts, share your talents with the world, express your soul's desire. And this card is singing your praises, and so should you. So again, that milestone, happy success, sing your praises, value who you are. This worth, remember the worth, right? Knowledge always starts with interest. So obviously accept something. If it's going to come to you, use it to create that betterment for yourself. Pick your own self up. So reclaim your power. And we'll say the affirmation. This present moment is my source of power. I release any worries about the past or future, and I choose peace right now. Peace. And that is beautiful, because that's what I was saying to this person. I am at peace. I have joy and happiness and peace in my life. And that is because I really am not doing anything but knowing my worth and reclaiming my power, and knowing that I have a future that is going to be happy success. I want that happy success. I want true love that walks beside me, that enhances me and lifts me, and I want to do the same back. I want reciprocal energy around me, you know, and I can't have that if I am not going to be the best version of myself to receive that. That's what is very important right now. So that's lovely. They split the cards, manifestation and intuition. So use what you know. Use your intuition. You know, you're manifesting this. You're manifesting everything that you've created. Okay, so really trust that. Trust that and go forward with that. All right, let's ask our soul helper for some guidance as well. Soul helper guidance, please, for this milestone and happy success that is to come for us. Okay. Right, we've got your deepest desires constrain you, so let them go. Clear your mind. Absolutely. I agree with that. Exactly what I said. I desire that true love. But if that person can't be that true love, I have to let that go. How then can I call in the real thing? How can I then be the best version of myself? Release your creative energies. There it is. Release your creative energies, creative endeavor. All right, so let go of those self-doubts. Believe in yourself. Trust your worthiness. Make use of them in your life. Release your creative endeavors. I'm just going to read that to you. Number 7, magic of 7. So if you are one of group 7, welcome, welcome, because this is the big thing at the moment on TikTok. There is a magical flow of creativity in all of us. It is unique and feels different for each individual. How these energies express themselves varies from person to person and from situation to situation. As children, we simply surrender ourselves to these creative energies and we feel the joy they bring us. But they also bring in a peace, balance, and concentration, helping us to forget about a time and to be in the moment. Isn't that beautiful? Remember your childhood and the games you used to play. You were so in touch with your imaginative side of your character, and I was very imaginative as a child. Do not use your creative powers in the hope of achieving recognition and fame, since they will simply flow away from you and into others instead. The reason you have drawn this card is to help you release your creativity and to use these energies for yourself. Absolutely. That's the fire. It's starting. But use it for yourself. Bring it to you. Repressing them will only lead to you their gathering and manifesting as blockages in your energy system, making you feel at odds with the world and discontent. Creative energies need to flow, so give them room to do so and make the most of them. Dance, paint, sing. Do not waste this gift. It will inspire and raise you to levels of which others can only dare to dream. Devote yourself entirely to your creativity. In such moments, you can be very close to the divine source and feel its eternal love within you. Whatever kind of work you do, find some time to be creative now. This is of great importance for your soul path and will bring you healing and peace. The power animal is hawk. I'm being told to take the animal cards as well. Power animal is hawk. Healing crystal is your red tiger's eye or the cat's eye. So here's the tiger's eye. That's beautiful. And number 7. And the herbal essential oil is grapefruit, if any of you have got that. We've also been given you are unique. Be brave, a little crazy, but be yourself. That's exactly what I was saying in the start of the reading. It is about being unique and being yourself and being authentic. And I absolutely said that to this person. You know, the person that is going to be with me is going to love me warts and all. You know, they're not going to judge me. They won't, you know, make me feel any less than. I want to have the same reciprocal energy that I would give you. I would not judge you. Recognize despair as an opportunity. Within it, you will find the gift of awakening. So this despair that I know my soul will feel when I say, right, that's it, let go. That's it, let's let this go again. It's done. Okay? That despair. Because it is sad when you let people go and you let things go and you let go of dreams. I've done it, you know, and to sit in a place of not knowing or just having so much trust and faith. That's what spirits do on the journey. They give you those moments to really show how you have got this faith and this trust. So this is a very important card for us right now. I'm going to read this as well for you. Number 21, which adds to a 3, the power of 3. Hidden in the darkest of nights, in the greatest depths of despair and desperation, lies the gift of awakening. So if you can have an awakening, an epiphany, an aha, and I said this to my friend, same thing. Please will you just recognize that through this, you'll have this aha moment, this awakening. Do not pass judgment on it or denounce it as bad or dreadful moment in your life. Instead, use this time with all its darkness as a spur to action. Make use of every low in your life to create a new beginning. See it as your lesson. See it as your opportunity. Powerful emotions contain the most powerful magic. Use them for rituals, celebrate them, commit yourself to them. Develop from this innermost strength a great light and an inner supernova. I'm going to have to take off my scarf because I'm absolutely sweating with this energy and the sun on my face. So, I think Phoenix energy has just hit us. Use this transform power to create something you desire, something new or even bold or daring. These times are perfect, creating new, wonderful future. See them as a chance to raise yourself up and grow beyond yourself and your lower self. Unhappiness will not devour or to destroy you. It will take you to higher dimensions. This card leads to one of your darkest places. Remember it. Or you might be in the middle of such a place right now. It is painful, of course, but this pain comes to you as a friend. It will make you wiser, more awake, more aware. Learn from it. Do not neglect this opportunity to recognize something great that lies hidden behind all the despair and drama. And we have a power animal, a leopard. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you for that. That is amazing. Okay. All right. So Very, very lovely cards for us. Let's ask our Sacred Traveler as well for some guidance. I love Sacred Traveler cards. They often just speak. So they were all jiggledy-piggledy. Sorry about that. So true to how we're feeling emotionally. So this milestone, happy success. Let's talk about this despair of as an opportunity. Finding that moment, that light in the darkness, that one moment. I'm feeling it right now. To be very honest with you, the energy is very strong because I've obviously had to recognize something that I really didn't want it to come about, because I was really valuing what was happening, that moment of reconnection. And now I have to go, you know, but that's okay. We'll get there. We will always get there. It's very important. Okay, please can we have some guidance, Sacred Traveler? Thank you. Let's have some guidance based on what we are seeing on the table. Right, so first of all, not surprised, not surprised. Transformation. There's your Phoenix energy. There's the fire, the red energy, the passion. A fresh new way of living emerges. Beautiful. And I put it on top of the creative endeavor. So really value that you might have some sort of creative endeavor that is going to be part of this transformation for you. Get the big picture. View it from above. View this picture as a new opportunity for you. I know it hurts sometimes, and it says here breakthrough is at hand. Sometimes that really does, you know, it's hard to really understand that. But there is a bigger picture here. There is a new journey that you are about to embark on. And it's happy success. It's milestone as you're going towards it. You don't want to change that. Okay, your deepest desires will constrain you. So let them go and clear your mind. Clear it. Don't allow your mind to think things you shouldn't have done. I knew once, as I was having this massive conversation, I knew that I had to clear the idea that I am trying to give someone advice with the hope that they are going to be a changed person for me. And that is hard to adjust to, because I have to have a boundary to that, in the sense that when I'm teaching my students and I'm giving them so much opportunity for transforming their lives and what have you, and I give them guidance and I help them as best I can, and then they come out and they're graduating and they're so thankful. I have my gifts and they're saying, oh, thank you so much for being that therapist or being that help or being whatever, that mentor, that guide, that lecturer, that teacher, whatever. That is my milestone. That's my happy success moment. But I have to only accept it as they've done the work. I've only given them the words. Like I give you the words of wisdom. You've got to do that work. And that's what I was trying to make sure that I kept putting into the conversation. It's not for me, it's for you. It's for your change, your life, your journey. Not for me. I'm on my journey. I'm way ahead of you. Okay, you've got some catching up to do here, you know? And that's really what I was trying to do, and really then take away that moment, that little tiny voice that's saying, but you want that person, you want him to be better for you, you want, you know, and we do that, or that situation to be better for you. You've got to take that away. That's your ego saying, you know? So if you can step aside and allow this sort of higher perspective, it's the safer option, isn't it? Okay. Keep going forward. You're ascending the mountain. And that's where I was going with this mountain, stepping up this mountain. And after speaking, you know, that lady who at the weekend, you know, that was talking the breakthrough about the mountain and stepping up and what have you, this is really following me around at the moment. It might feel like a mountain right now in front of you, but take the first step. Take that moment to start climbing. You'll get to the top if that's where you choose to go. You don't need to go all the way to the top straight away. It could take its moment. But you do have to make the choice of whether you start the first step or if you stay on that first rung or of the ladder or whatever, okay? So ascend the mountain. And there could be a narrow path, so tread thoughtfully. And that's where I was sort of feeling, but with me, constant dripping wears away the stone. It's that little drip, drip moment that makes it a little bit worrisome, whether you're going to manage it or you're actually going to make a change or, tread thoughtfully. See it from a higher perspective. See it as that lesson. See it as that moment. This is the Phoenix energy rising. It's transformation. It's change in the way you think or the way you behave, the way you action things, whatever it might be. So really view that from a different level. All right, so we are now going to ask our beautiful sacred animal cards to come out and give us some insight. We have got a lot. We've got birds on the table, and we've got these beautiful lion and tigers. Beautiful birds and cats. And actually, when I drove in today, there was a black cat that ran in front of me on the road. So that was a little magical. So no wonder these animal oracle, sacred oracle cards are coming out for us. But anyway, let's ask for some confirmation, please, on the table and guidance. There they are. Oh, right. Okay. Thank you. We have got the whale. We have got the elephant. And no surprise, we have got the hummingbird. And there's your hummingbird there, which is let them go to clear your mind. Okay, so beautiful cards. Okay, and we have one card that's not turned over, so I'm going to leave that for a moment, and we're going to now go and have a little look. So our hummingbird, where's our hummingbird? That's the eagle, hawk, peacock. Where's my hummingbird? Moth, butterfly. There. Okay, hummingbird. Positive, enthusiastic, spiritual resourcefulness. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar. It returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. The sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. So we've been talking about worthiness, and this idea of constant dripping, this droplet wears away that stone. So this is the same thing. Every droplet of life becomes sweet. So once you wear away that stone, okay, you start to see a difference and feel a difference. So in balance, smart, curious, loves to learn. Out of balance, pushy, insistent, and sharp. To bring into balance, take a class. Interesting. All right, I've just seen the whale. So the whale, desire to delve deeper, profound peace and ancient wisdom. So I feel like I've been talking a lot about this scenario and the depth of it, and for 50 minutes I went really deep into the conversation, and it is the ancient wisdom that I'm finding that I'm drawing on. And I wear this turquoise because this is ancestral tie. Now, while personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives, these experiences have enriched them, giving them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. So whale energy is linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale personalities when all seems lost. Trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. And I often feel like I may be pulling on this energy right now, this whale energy of sort of ancient wisdom. And the elephant is also about wisdom. So we've got a lot of wisdom on the table right now. And really the positivity, high vibration, we read the high vibe card, is about that, you know, holding the hummingbird returns. So when something is returning to you, hold your high vibration, see it as a lesson, see it as feeding you, as elixir that is going to feed your soul in some purpose, in some way. That way, this transformation can be the happy success that it needs to be. So to bring into balance regular self-care. All right, then we have got our beautiful elephant. Where are you? Went the wrong way. Unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. And you can see here there's a, look, in the third eye. So your intuition, very strong. Listen to your intuition. This is your higher guidance. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. And we know that. We got to keep ascending up that mountain. Keep going forward. So it is coming clear, seeing that bigger picture, releasing your creativity, releasing that self-doubt, and that, you know, looking at ways in which you can really inspire yourself. Just be mindful of treading thoughtfully. Be careful in where you are ascending. Don't rush yourself. Learn from every step. Learn from every process. Learn from every stage. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. So when I talk to you about this sort of something coming round again, or a rejoin of someone like I've had, it is about understanding that these obstacles create a new direction for us. So for me, my transformation, I can't take something that no longer serves me. I've got to, or my soul purpose, I've got to make sure that I'm on the right track so I can be the best version of myself and allow the right people to come into my life. So to bring into balance, just trust. Trust, trust, trust. And then we have got the sea serpent. Right next to you are unique. The sea serpent. This is a magical card. And this is what the sea serpent is all about. Healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression. 50 minutes of it, I express myself. Whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. Remember here now, let them go. Clear your mind. Your deepest desires can constrain you. So be very aware of that. It comes round and round, giving you your lesson, your little hummingbird. And of course, we want to sit in our power. We want to have that balance. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. Shouldn't be difficult. Should just be a natural flow of love to love. That's it. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of our expression stagnates in some areas of our lives and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. So the sea serpent and the second chakra. The subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of Svadhisthana chakra, located deep within the pelvic bowl. This is your root chakra, okay, being grounded, being balanced. This chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire. Desires creativity on the table. Svadhisthana translates as in her own abode, indicating the chakra is the home of the Divine Mother or Kundalini herself. So go and do a Kundalini awakening meditation. I'm going to do one tonight because I feel like where it says here, your deepest desires constrain you, let them go to clear your mind. I think I need a Kundalini awakening to do just that, because I feel like it's coming. It's coming. I know that I need to get this bigger picture and stay in that bigger picture and balance myself. And doing that will bring about that balance. So I think that is all we need, to be honest. Oh no, okay. We're going to go with our energy cards as well. We get one energy card. This energy is so powerful. I'm feeling it like I need to have a drink. Ugh. It's like, oof, you know, it's a really strong energy. And I feel like it's this starting with the fire sort of story. Action. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I felt. Action. Oh, so many. Right. Action. And look here, we've got our shadow and our light. So finding that light, going for that light, making that change. This is a milestone. It's a milestone. You'll find cornucopia. Beautiful. Look, number 11. Cornucopia. All the gifts you will receive. It could be spiritual gifts. It could be material gifts. It could be both. It could be emotional gifts. It could be all three. But cornucopia, once you see this and go forward and allow these fresh new way of living energies within you and go forward in terms of keep going, go on, get that bigger picture. You deserve this. The third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. So we have our root and our solar plexus. Our solar plexus is all our emotional center. So this emotional center is very much with the whale as well. And the thinking woman, that's me, the healer of the ages, and the temple path. So the healing of the ages was in reverse. And we have got the thinking woman. Don't overthink, or maybe there's someone in your energy that is causing that type of thing. But also the thinking woman is someone whose knowledge always starts with interest. You're thinking about this because you have more knowledge now. You have more understanding. You're going with that flow. I kind of said about the students, you know, starting off and then finishing off, and how I see that they've changed and they're so thankful for being that better option. And that really is what the thinking woman is all about. The temple path, this is your guidance. Use it as to the Akashic records. Use your temple path. You know, even in that dark moment, okay, if you take action and you look for that light, you get that guidance. You are being guided to absolutely understand that this despair is your lesson, and you'll find that in the temple. And finally, healer of the ages. You are part of this. I'm funny how I mentioned group 7. It's kind of feels like that with the healer of the ages, number 51. 51. It's extreme. You could be feeling a bit out of sorts or even upside down, be in the midst of some physical problem or losing your energy. It's about healing these things that need addressing. You know, that dripping, what is it? What is that needs to be addressed? You can't ignore it. You need to go up that mountain. You have the wisdom. You have the light. You have the guidance. Trust. Have patience. Know it's there. Happy success. You've done so much already. You're on that milestone of success. You. Okay. So, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I hope that resonated with you. I hope it helped. Thank you for allowing me to share my situation with you. And thank you for letting me give you my guidance from higher source. If it's helped you in any way, I'm blessed. Please give me a like, make a comment. But I wish you well. And I wish you're having a beautiful evening and a lovely day. Bye-bye.